Hello, and welcome to the assessment of your Motus foot. Today, I'll be walking you through a three-step process to evaluate your active, passive, and assisted range of motion. These measures are useful for us to understand your function today, as well as to track your progress as you go through your rehab program. For each of these components, I will demonstrate the motions on my Motus foot, and then you will get a chance to do it independently. Let's get started. We will start with our active range of motion evaluation. Now, this step of our assessment requires you to move independently without any assistance from the Motus foot. We will start by moving your foot and ankle up into dorsiflexion. After you have completed this maximum effort, you will be indicating this on the screen by pushing the button. Next, we will move into plantar flexion to try to push your foot and ankle down as far as you can. Once you feel like you have made a maximum effort, you can indicate that on the screen by pushing the button. Great, now it's your chance to give this a try. The next step of our assessment will be to evaluate your passive range of motion. Now, this component requires you just to relax, and the Motus foot will provide all of the help. We will do this in a sequence where at each time you will have to indicate whether or not you'd like to proceed or stop. Remember, the goal here is to figure out your maximum range of motion and be able to calculate how much tone and spasticity there might be in your ankle and your calf. The first step, let's go ahead and press the screen to start. This will begin by providing some assistance to move your foot up into dorsiflexion. Great. I feel comfortable here. I don't feel any stretch, so I will proceed. And I'll do this by pressing the screen to continue. Periodically, we will stop and we will give you a chance to check whether or not you'd like to proceed or not. If you feel comfortable and you don't feel any undue stress, go ahead and continue. Great. And we'll proceed again. And then at some point, we will achieve a maximum range of motion. Your Motus foot will detect this and it will stop the test and then depressurize. Great, now it's your turn to give it a shot. The third and final step of our assessment will be to evaluate your range of motion when you have some assistance with your Motus foot. We will do this in a three-step process. First, by providing a little bit of assistance, I'll then ask you to move your foot up and down, and then we will periodically increase the assistance to evaluate your range of motion as we increase that assistance. We will start by providing a little bit of assistance to about 30%. From this position, I'm going to ask you to move your foot and ankle down into flexion as far as you can. Once you feel like you've done this, go ahead and indicate this on the screen by pressing the button. Next, we'll go ahead and move up into dorsiflexion as far as we can. Great. Once you feel like you've given a maximum effort, feel free to touch the screen to proceed. Excellent. Now we will move up in the assistance curve, starting at 50%. Now we will again repeat that sequence of movements, going down into plantar flexion and then up into dorsiflexion, starting with plantar flexion. Push down as far as you can, and once you've gotten that, go ahead and press the screen. I'll then ask you to move up into dorsiflexion as far as you can. Great. Now our final step at around 70% of the Motus foot assistance. You may feel like there's a lot of resistance here, but do your best, try to push down into plantar flexion as far as you can go. If you're not able to achieve all the way down, that's totally fine, just do your best. Once you've done that, go ahead and indicate on the screen by pressing the button. And finally, we will move up into dorsiflexion as far as you can go. Great, and once you've done that, feel free to touch the screen. Excellent, now it's your chance to give it a try. Congratulations, you've completed an assessment. This information will be critical for us to track your progress over time, and I look forward to seeing you improve day in and day out.